I'd like to call the Gurnee Village Board regular meeting of February 19, 2018 to order. Roll call, please, Andy.
Jacobs.
Here.
Ross.
Here.
Garner. Balmas.
Present.
Hood.
Here.
Thorstensen.
Here.
5 present.
Okay. Mayor Kavarik is not able to be with us tonight, so it would be appropriate this time for the village board to nominate a pro tem to chair the meeting.
I nominate.
So moved, Jeannie Balms.
Okay. We have a motion by Trustee Hood, second by Trustee Ross for Trustee Balmas to chair the meeting. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Okay, before we sit down, would you all join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, next on our agenda is public comment. If there's anybody that wanted to get up and address the board, and you'll have a chance at the end of the meeting. All right, we have a consent agenda.
So moved.
First by Trustee Jacobs, second by Trustee Hood. Yeah, Trustee Hood. That guy down there. Roll call. Roll call, please, Andy.
Did I say Obama? Did I say you? I already forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jacobs.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Hood.
Yes.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
5 aye.
All right, would you please read the consent agenda into the records?
Item number 1, approval of the minutes from the January 29, 2018 and February 5, 2018 meetings. Item number 2, approval of ordinance 2018-14, approving the plat of easement which grants a utility easement to the Village of Gurnee at 955 Tri-State Parkway. Item number 3, approval of granting a Class 9 liquor license to the Warren Newport Public Library for its Bingo in the Books fundraising event to be held on March 16, 2018. Item number 4, approval of setting a bid date of March 22, 2018 for 2018 street maintenance program. Item number 5, approval of payroll for period ending February 2, 2018 in the amount of $789,500.74. Item number 6, approval of bills for period ending February 19, 2018 in the amount of $747,342.41.
Make a motion, or I need a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Ross, second by Trustee Jacobs. Roll call, please, Andy.
Jacobs.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Hood.
Yes.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
5 aye.
All right. Any petitions or communications?
No, just a reminder that we do have a committee of the whole meeting scheduled for next Monday at 7 o'clock. We'll have Daryl Blennis from CLC Jow here to talk about their water production and some excess water they have and what the village board's direction would be on that, whether the agency sell that to additional customers if it's available, or if we just stockpile that. So we'll have that next Monday, and then March 5th, 5 o'clock is our budget hearing, so we'll be here the next 2 Mondays in a row.
Okay. Any reports?
No.
Old business?
Not tonight.
All right. Moving on to new business. We have approved ordinance 2018-15 authorizing execution of a professional services agreement with IMEG for engineering services for the 2018 street maintenance program.
Sure. So the past couple of years with our expanded street maintenance program, thanks to that 0.5% home rule sales tax, we brought on contract engineers to assist. The past 2 fiscal years, we've utilized 3 contract engineers. This year, we're not planning on using the MFT funds. We're going to go to every other year on that, so we don't need as many contractual engineers. So we're looking at 1. IMG recently purchased McClure Engineering, so that's a firm that we've used in the past. So we reached out to them to see if we could bring back one of the engineers that we've used in the past and been happy with. They were amenable. It's about a 20-week engagement. The contract rate's about $120 an hour, so we estimate it at about $124,000 based on the length of the construction season. There is funding set aside in the upcoming budget to cover this expense. So like I said, it's a contract engineer we've used before, been happy with their performance, and the hourly rate is comparable to what we paid in the past.
Any questions from the board? Trustee Thorstensen?
I was going to ask that one question, Pat, because I didn't see it in the write-up, but the last sentence you said, or last phrase, is that the fee is comparable to what we paid in the past?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been around $120 for a contract engineer in the past.
Thank you.
So
Move
moved.
to approve. Okay, motion by trustee Jacobs, second by trustee Ross. Roll call vote. Andy?
Jacobs.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Hood.
Yes.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
5 aye.
All right. Next on the agenda is approval ordinance 2018-16, authorizing membership in the Lake County Major Crimes Task Force.
Sure. So I'm going to kick it to Chief Woodside. He's going to review this for us. Just brief history. Task Force is a group that we belong to since its inception. They've been working as of late to get their bylaws updated and some insurance coverage. Chief Woodside's been instrumental in that, leading the charge here across the county, working with other police chiefs, people from the county, and village managers and administrators to get these documents updated. So he's going to run you through those tonight.
Thank you, Pat. In a certain sense, this is routine. The village police department is involved in a number of intergovernmental agreements and task forces. Last year, we brought forward the Lake County Metropolitan Enforcement Group intergovernmental agreement to the board, just reestablishing our commitment and involvement with that drug unit. Tonight is the Lake County Major Crime Task Force, and that is a mutual aid agreement that brings together municipalities around Lake County with the Sheriff's Department and the Illinois State Police, the State's Attorney's Office, for the purpose of investigating homicides and police officer-involved shootings. So as you can imagine, those are incidents that are taxing on any police department's resources. So a mutual aid agreement to come together to handle those is essential. And in the case of police officer-involved shootings, it's also required by law that we don't investigate our own uses of deadly force. So in those situations, it's essential to have some outside governance there. So beginning last year, a task force within this group was put together. Member police chiefs and member village administrators, along with Rob Bush from Ansel Glink, who represents the MICA Insurance Group, so brought in the perspective of many of the member agencies. And we set about to create a new set of bylaws, primarily to increase transparency and collaboration between the groups. It also tightened the governance rules, and the most significant change was establishing the task force as an insurable entity, and then securing liability insurance and a structure to be able to provide unified defense, so that if there are claims against the task force, no individual municipality is subject to those alone, that the task force would have the ability to represent the group. So with that in mind, we spent the better part of the last 11 months working through that process, and that resulted in bringing the contract and bylaws and resolution to you tonight. So I'd be glad to answer any questions you have about the document or about the task force.
Any questions from the board?
Yeah, and I'll just add, the attachment here, Appendix A, has a list of all the proposed members for 2018, so everyone will be considering the same agreement. As Kevin said, a lot of attorneys and police chiefs and village managers took a look at this. I've looked at it multiple times. Attorney Winter's taken a look at it multiple times. Everyone is comfortable with the language in here. Like Kevin said, it's just tightening some things up, formalizing some previous practices, getting that on paper. So it's somewhat boilerplate from that perspective. And as I said, we'll all be considering the same agreement.
Move to approve.
I have a second. Motion by trustee Jacobs and a second by trustee Ross. Roll call vote, please. Andy?
Jacobs.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Thomas.
Aye.
Hood.
Yes.
Thorstenson.
Yes.
5-0.
All right. Okay, moving on. We have public comment. If there's anybody who would like to address the board at this time. Going once, going twice. Okay, now, come on, somebody jump on this. I can't do it. Moved by trustee Jacob to adjourn. Do I have a second? Second by trustee Thorstenson. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned.